Greetings, geeks and nerds, I'm Lady Universe and White and Nerdy. Time to get back into the realm of Power Rangers yet again. And this time we are actually going to be talking about Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. I know I've been jumping around the series a lot, but in all truthfulness, so do some other people. I've talked about the first season, the second season, and the third season. I talked about Zeo. I've talked about In Space, I think last month. I talked about Wild Force and Mystic Force. And I know I have plenty of other seasons and series to catch up on. But I'm going to be taking a look at this incarnation, Lightspeed Rescue, which is by far one of my favorite incarnations of the characters. Now, as you guys already know, Power Rangers Zeo is my favorite season. But Lightspeed Rescue is definitely within my top 5. Not top 3 or 2, but definitely in there, maybe at either 5 or 4. As this was a series that basically I have grew up with pretty much the most, and the one that I really got hyped up for. And I honestly can't tell you why. Even going back and watching the series again, I still can't remember what kind of fondness and love for the series that I actually did have. But I think that now is a great time to get upon the Lightspeed Rescue thing, which also can be signified that yes, not everyday average superhero wears outfits, as these people are mostly just average, ordinary, everyday, common citizens that stand up and do the right thing. So just remember, kids, if any of them are watching this, not all superheroes can wear capes. They can wear a badge, a firefighter's uniform, and even a stethoscope to help check up on people. Even your parents can be superheroes. Well, they are in their own rights. But Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue is probably the most weirdest of this bunch, as it is the Mighty Morphin Zeo Turbo in Space North Galaxy. It is the sixth incarnation and sixth season of Power Rangers, drawn off to the Sentai Go-Go 5. No, I don't remember what the Sentai name of it. I'm just gonna call it is Go-Go 5. Which also we have to talk about one of these strange inclusions to the series, and also how it basically made Power Ranger history at the time. But we'll find out. Anyways, let's go. Let's dive into Agent Egypt, face off against those demons, and guide you up a team of normal citizens. Their everyday job consists of saving people. This is Power Rangers and Lightspeed Rescue. 3,000 years ago, demons were put to rest, their souls no longer willing to walk the earth, and evil was forever vanquished, for the time being. But after human mistakes, the demons rise yet again, ready to take over the world and conquer it with any force they deem necessary to conquer the world that was once theirs 3,000 years ago. As an organization and a group of brave men and women all gather around to stop this one threat from ever happening again, operating and activating Operation Lightspeed. As a new team and a powerful new force will be created and beckoned onto the world, the Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue by this moment would be born. Yeah, the plot seems very awful different, but also with a taste of familiar. Human, there are people gathered around to form a team to face off against an evil threat had been done multiple times before, but this time they don't have the inclusion of an alien and basically a robot partner, or the inclusion of a man that comes from space that just happened to have Power Ranger gear, or that the Power Rangers come from a lost planet where they were once protectors, or to have the Power Rangers face off against demons. Yeah, you can see the plot of this series is kind of very weird in a sense. But then again, what do you expect? They can't always repeat the same idea 1,000 times over. So this round they got a little bit creative. And have chosen a pretty good cast for the team. Now there are two people that I'm not really going to focus on, Miss Fairweather and also Ron Reggae as Captain as Captain Mitchell. They're both great characters and everything, but I think if we talked about them too, that this video might go on a little bit longer than I want, especially maybe making it a two-parter. So if you want to see those characters yourself, I mean, no offense, but you can buy this for dirt cheap online. I mean, I got mine for like $12, which is a pretty good steal. So, but anyways, let's dive into the cast of the series, what makes the bones of the Power Rangers work, and how they picked quite a fantastic team to basically work with. As we're going to talk about the cast, starting with Carter Grayson, played by Sean C.W. Johnson. Carter is a firefighter, as this was his dream job ever since he was a child, that all he wanted to do was to become a firefighter like the hero who saved him. As already, Carter was a determined superhero to do what he loved and to make a promise to the man who once saved him when his house burned down when he was nothing but just a boy. As Carter can be seen as nothing more than a good soldier, someone who likes to follow the rules, but sometimes he likes to play the rules by his own games and try to do what's necessary to save the people that he respects. As Carter is never afraid to put himself in a line of danger to protect those that he knows or to protect those that he respects, as he's a firefighter true and true, but a Power Ranger afterwards. And we find out that Carter wants to train to be the best, never wants to stop training to be the best because he wants to idolize and look up to a shadowed hero that he has long since never forgotten. Only to find out the man who saved him is the man who drafted him in the Power Ranger project, Captain Mitchell himself, who becomes his idol and hero that he long looked up to. As without a doubt, Carter is a great inclusion to have on his team and a great starring member and a great captain of a wonderful and fantastic team as he becomes one of my favorite Red Rangers of all time. Lightspeed Rescue! Then there's Michael Chaturanthabat, who plays the role as Chad Lee. As originally, Chad was a member of, I guess, SeaWorld, it's never really explained, as he was a trainer of killer whales until he was drafted in to the Lightspeed Rescue project. As we know, little to nothing about Chad, except for the fact that he's in love with the ocean, which I guess makes him a good protector for a team that basically protects the Earth, so there's that. As it's never really established, but Chad and Chelsea could have a relationship, but however, we never officially really get any confirmation if that is ever true. But we do know that one thing, Chad is very good at martial arts. In fact, you may even call him an expert, as he's the most expert fighter on the team of Rangers. As we later on, that indeed, Chad was, of course, chosen to be a destined great martial artist and a great karate master, but he gave that up to become a protector of the world, a Power Ranger. While Chad may be a mysterious figure, who mostly nobody knows nothing about, one thing for sure about Chad, he is quite the ladies' man, actually, and having a very attractive mermaid girlfriend. I mean, just damn, Chad Lee, you're a lucky man. Just outright fucking lucky ducky fucking bastard. But while Chad may be a conflicted character, mostly having the most conflict to go through in the series, he's still a Blue Ranger, and by golly, he's one of my favorite Blue Rangers of all time. Goodbye, Green Ranger. Lightspeed. Joe Rollins, played famously and tremendously by Keith Robinson. Joe is an airplane stunt performer. Known as the Space Cowboy, he mostly rides around as being a stuntman in a show, mostly flying an airplane. Joe is mostly a cocky and snarky kind of bastard, as he mostly sees himself, his only self, and basically he'd fall in love with himself in the mirror. But as we find out, it's always been Joe's dream to fly in the air. He always wished that he could fly. In fact, he actually traumatized himself when he was a kid by falling off his roof. Joe's mostly one trait throughout this entire series is that he is a ladies' man, as he tries so hard throughout the series to get with Miss Fairweather. During this time, and mostly, Joe is nothing but a cocky bastard, as he wants to try to do everything himself without utilizing his team. But eventually, he forgets all about his cockiness to become what the team needs, a great Green Ranger, as he was a great addition to this wonderful team and had the biggest character transformation. He'll be alright. Kelsey Winslow, played famously by Sasha Williams. Kelsey is an extreme sports person or an extreme expert as we see her rock climbing, something that actually is important and handled by important people for everyday rescues. And what we learn about Kelsey is that she loves extreme sports and living life to the extreme, as it seems to be, at the moment, her only character trait that was given throughout the entire thing. But as we will find out, her extreme sports will actually prove her to be much more of a valuable ally and a hero than she ever could witness and ever could possibly ever imagine. As Kelsey might be the most extreme and the most reckless of the team, but besides the fact she's still a great Yellow Ranger that still holds up the team upon her shoulders.
The Yellow Ranger! We're glad to see you.
Dana Mitchell, played by Allison McInnes. As Dana is Captain Mitchell's daughter and one of the people who help him upon the Operation Lightspeed project that she enlisted in. As her, along with her father, enlist on the Rangers to join in their program to become a part of the Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, even though they weren't a part of it at first. As Dana is a rescue worker, she works for the EMS, so it makes her perfect to be the Pink Ranger, as she is the heart and soul behind this great team. And despite being the captain's daughter, Dana sometimes believes herself that she's not living up to her true potential that her father actually wants her to or that she's expected to be. And Dana is a terrific member upon the team, having a big heart and being the best at what she does, while at the same time being the captain's youngest daughter and I believe the youngest member of the team. And with a kind and caring heart, Dana is a wonderful addition to this great team, and yes, has one of the greatest character traits on the team too.
Dana!
You weren't going to have a barbecue without inviting me, were you?
Then there's Rhett Fisher, who plays Ryan Mitchell. So, some fun facts about the Titanium Ranger in Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. In GoGo 5, there is no Sixth Ranger, as it is I believe, one of the Sentais that didn't have a Sixth Ranger after Sixth Rangers were introduced. As it was, not the first, but one of the first for the time being to not have a Sixth Ranger included in that Sentai, only using 5 Rangers. So, Judd Lin, my favorite Power Ranger writer, decided to take it upon himself to go, we need a Sixth Ranger for this series, but Ryan was not there to begin with. As at first, John Lynn created that basically as a battleizer or something, that Carter would be the person to hold on to the Titanium Ranger role. And basically use that as a power to kind of defeat stronger enemies. But he didn't like that inclusion, so he decided to create a Sixth Ranger. And thus, Ryan Mitchell, the very first American-made Sixth Ranger, was born, as he has a costume that's just kind of uses the same costume schematic from Changeman. It's still here, and basically I fell in love with this character immediately, especially after realizing that Ryan is the first of many that were just born out of great Americanization. And this was also before the Spirit Rangers were created for the Jungle Masters and Power Rangers Jungle Fury, which weren't needed, but were pretty fucking hella awesome. As we learn that Ryan is the long-lost son of Captain Mitchell and the brother to Dana, as it was never established until later on. And that's also because the demon, Diabolico, one of the villains of the movie, decides that he will save the child, but at a cost. He will curse Ryan, Captain Mitchell, and Dana doesn't ever remember him. But it's the same old story usually with Sixth Rangers, as yes, when Ryan first premiered, he was of course evil, and used the titanium power to destroy the Power Rangers and destroy the world. Only to eventually rejoin the team as the Titanium Ranger, the Sixth Ranger, and also the most powerful Ranger upon the Lightspeed Rescue team, and a great member.
Look who we have here! It's the traitor! Still playing games, huh? This is no game. Titanium power!
But this series introduces my favorite villain concept for monster summoning. They actually use cars to summon the monsters through a dimensional portal, I guess. Which I believe that might be a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it was big in Japan before it was big in America, but I have no idea, and I'm just drawing conclusions out of my ass. Gotta say though, it's a very interesting concept and one that's awesome to me, and would be one that whenever that I used to play with my Power Ranger toys as a kid, was an idea that I would continue over and over and over and over because it would just seem like a really cool idea. But also, this series has a bunch of Zords to be in between, as they have the Rescue Zords, the Rare Rescue Zords, the Omega Zords, which forms the Omega Mega Megazord, and also the Solar Max, the Solar the Max Solar Zord, which fun fact, that is not actually Ryan's actual Zord. As in Go-Go 5, the Max Solar Zord was basically a Zord that they could control, like the Delta Megazord from Power Rangers in Space. I haven't seen much of Go-Go 5. I think I've seen like 3 episodes, so I remember almost nothing. But also, this series technically has more than one villain. At first, there is Diabolico, who is defeated very quickly and then is brought back into the series towards the finale. Then there's Impus, who later on grows up to be Olympius, that is Queen Benshura's son. And finally, there is Queen Benshura, who ends up showing up at the beginning, toward the middle, and then again at the end. And she is by far my definitions when I was a kid, the thing that terrified me the most. I'm 29 years old. That bitch doesn't scare me anymore. Come on, bring it on, Queen Benshura. I am not afraid of you, for you do not scare me anymore.
Mother, is it really you?
Yes, yes, it is your mother.
Mother!
Is is she gone? Is she gone? I'd come out of hiding. I mean, I wasn't hiding. I was trying to look for something. I'm still not scared by her. I mean, she doesn't scare me still to this day. And haunt my nightmares. So, would I recommend Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue to you guys at home? Yes, it's a great written series. It's also kind of, in some moments, is cheesy. Even I can admit that there are some episodes where they really do the cheesy kind of mark thing. But this is one of the best written and also best directed Power Rangers series. Sure, it has its flaws and it has its moments, but I think that that's what makes it even more remembered for people's minds, is that despite of its flaws, we still carry that flame of nostalgia that we carry on with it. So if you're interested in Power Rangers, like you started watching at either Dino Fury or Cosmic Fury, or Beast Morphers, that I've never seen, or Ninja Steel. Yeah, there's a bunch of series that I haven't really caught up with yet. So, anyways, I really do recommend Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. It's a wonderful series, it's greatly written, greatly directed, and especially having Jordan Lynn writing most of the episodes. Even though he's a great writer, some of the episodes that he's written are kind of like cheesy or borderline like, really? But still, it's a great series that you should watch. So, I recommend picking up your rescue morphers and getting aboard the rescue whale. And seriously, if we can have the Super Train Megazord be popular and still one of the most popular Megazords ever, then we can have a Tokyuga adaptation. I'm just saying. As long as you get a good writer to write the kids. So, anyways, I would recommend Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, a great and wonderful addition to the Power Rangers universe, and introduces a bunch of my favorite Power Rangers, including Carter, my favorite Red Ranger, as I know what it's like to really love and cherish a childhood hero. So, give this series an absolute watch. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me at Twitter, link in the description down below. I'm a Legion Boots, I boy Nudie, keep eking on. And also, let me know if you're a fan of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, and also who your favorite Ranger is. Mine is pretty much a mixture of both Carter and Ryan, but you can tell me of your favorite in the comments down below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and also remember to keep eking on. Next time, we're gonna go back into the realm of comic books to hang out with my favorite wall crawler. So thank you guys so much for watching. I believe you both have what you need. Keep eking on, and as always, and until next time, guys, take care.